Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
I read a theory about what could be in Ahsoka season 2, and I found it very thought provoking and something that I don't think they would do. Maybe they do it, and it's crazy. We need context, huh?
Yeah, we need to know what you're talking about.
All right, Ahsoka season 2 is currently filming. We know this. I mean,
Done filming, isn't it? Did they wrap or am I crazy?
they're almost done. No, they did wrap,
They
right?
wrapped, yeah.
Yeah.
It's done. It's in the can.
Yeah.
It's ready to go. Well,
the actress who plays Sabine just posted like an Instagram picture of her silhouette with Ahsoka silhouette. All right. So backstory: we know that Ahsoka, Sabine, Balin, and Shin are all on Perdia,
yeah, other galaxy
other
planet.
galaxy planet, and that they have statues to the Mortis gods. For people who did not watch Rebels, the Mortis gods were addressed in that show.
Clone Wars and Rebels. More Clone Wars,
More
actually.
Clone Wars, you're right. I misspoke. But yes, they were addressed in an animated project that not everybody watched, especially people who may have just be live action people.
Yeah. Or just
right.
checked it up because,
So
I'm going to watch
they
the Star
are
Wars show.
Kind of like, Force gods?
Uh,
The father seems to be an embodiment of the Force. His two children, the light and the dark. And in this arc, the daughter, who's the light, ended up dying and kind of sacrificing her life to save Ahsoka's.
Yeah.
So that's why the convor follows her around. It's like,
Morai, yeah.
Yes, it's the form that the daughter took.
We're assuming. We don't
Yes.
have any confirmation, but it seems like the colors are the same and it kind of follows her everywhere. And
the father had wanted Anakin to take his place to
keep his children
keep
in
the
line.
balance,
Yeah.
so to speak. Keep his two children, the light and the dark, in line, yeah.
Yeah, it's not possible to keep those.
But there was another. Because you cannot have a father, a son, and a daughter without a mother.
Although she's not in the Mortis arc at all.
No, she only exists outside of traditional lore in the EU. Just by looking at everything that was in the finale, you kind of assume Mortis gods next season, right?
I mean,
you see the father, you see the statue of the three pointing off towards some sort of
beacon
temple,
in the distance. It looks like a temple, yeah.
Thing. Now, that could be the sealed place for the Abeloth, right? From what I have read, and I'm not the best of source materials, I suppose, she was once the mortal mother in the trio. Mortal. But because she was mortal, she was afraid of aging and dying because her family was pretty much immortal and she didn't want them to leave them behind. This led her to bathe in a font of power, a dark side nexus. It was also called the Pool of Knowledge, but it corrupted her. Then she became an evil being named Abeloth and had to be locked away to save the galaxy from her formidable powers and probably her corruptions. Balin is there searching for something. I think Abeloth could be sealed here.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility. Now, that would mean Filoni would have to borrow from the EU, which he doesn't always seem to do, or if he does, he kind of puts his own spin or twist on it. I mean, obviously Thrawn is from the EU, but it's not the same Thrawn, for better or worse. So I could see him doing something along those lines. I certainly think there's something there. Whether or not it's going to be Abeloth from the books or not, I think it's up for debate, but certainly something is out there.
But where the theory starts to get really interesting is where they think Natalie Portman could be returning to Star Wars in Ahsoka Season 2 as Abeloth. That Hayden Christensen, we know he's coming back. He's going to be continuing to play Anakin Skywalker post-mortem.
Force Ghost, I refer, yeah.
But this means we could have some sort of interaction where Abeloth, disguising herself as Padme Amidala, could interact with Anakin.
That would certainly put a twist on it.
It could deceive him, pretending to be Padme. Like, maybe after death, Anakin still wants to be with her. Anakin loved her forever. I mean, it's addressed later that Vader still had a strong attachment to Padme.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe, let's say, after death, he explored the world between worlds and he couldn't find Padme's spirit. She's not exactly somebody who can become a Force ghost. But now Abeloth steps in, disguising itself as Padme and possibly trying to use their connection to corrupt Anakin.
I mean, what we know of the Force is when you die and you join the Cosmic Force, you kind of lose your consciousness, your individuality, and just become part of the larger whole. unless you are a Force ghost, then you receive the great gift and you keep your consciousness after death. So he might fall for something like he might be in the afterlife / cosmic force missing Padme because she is just kind of a part of the everything now.
Mm-hmm.
And he might take the bait. Who knows? He might want to become the father to join with the mother and
in a way
live happily ever after.
His love for her led him to the dark side in the first place.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, certainly.
Right, he had visions. He was fear of losing her.
Yeah, manipulation.
Started leading him to the dark side. So why not have Abeloth try to use that connection to pull him back to the darkness? Possibly just to release her.
Yeah, that's what I think it would be. And I think that's a good idea, actually.
And then maybe Ahsoka's job is to keep this evil from getting to the regular galaxy that we know.
Well, that's what I think it's going to be. I mean, whether or not we call it Abeloth or something else or something similar, I don't know. Again, I don't know how Filoni, much he's going to lean into that because it seems like he kind of took it to another level in Rebels, and he's got his, wolves and doorways and all the stuff he had on the Fall, and the world between worlds, obviously, as well. So I don't know how much he's going to take from the EU when it comes to Abeloth, or if he'll make his own thing, or if it'll be called Abeloth and be different, or what. Mm-hmm. But I could certainly see there being a test for Anakin Skywalker here, and one that could involve Padme again. And
it would be exciting for fans.
Well, you just see Natalie Portman back, yeah, and in a way that's not like just pure stupid fan service. Mm-hmm. I mean, kind of. I know it's going to be called that regardless of how well they use it, because there's people out there who just will not accept these old characters coming back anymore from Disney, and I get that, but
she herself has expressed multiple times that she would be interested and open to coming back to Star Wars.
It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, it's a good trap. It's interesting that he would be tempted to perhaps give up his Force ghost status or his afterlife, his great gift, however he technically received it from the help of Obi-Wan, we kind of have learned. But I think that's an interesting story for him if they want to go in that direction.
Abeloth maybe perhaps needs his power in order to be set free. The father's not there to do it anymore, and we know that the father is the one who sealed her. So what's the next best thing? Well, there's a Force ghost hanging around that was supposed to take the father's place. Yeah. Also, you could manipulate Ahsoka. She is the embodiment of the daughter. If it takes all three, well, if you're looking for the son, you may have to look no further than Baylan Skoll.
Yeah, I think Baylan is the new, whether or not he has somehow become the spirit of the original son or just kind of is taking his place. I don't know, but I think he's going to fill that role.
There are possibilities.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he does.
It could be really, really exciting. I'd be very interested to see that story go on because it sounds like, I don't know, a Star Wars dream to see Abeloth. I mean, after getting the other parts of the Mortis story, I'd love to see what happens next. More of the old Force lore is interesting to me.
I'm curious to see what he has in mind. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. Even just this year, Natalie Portman said that when asked if she would come back to Star Wars, she says life is full of fun possibilities if you're open to it. She didn't say anything, which,
Well, she's never going to,
No.
I don't think she'd slam the door shut on it.
No.
It's hard to find a place for her, considering her character, died 20 years ago, so she would have to have a really good reason to come back and play that character.
Right. And this could be that reason. Coming back into a role where she is now the deceiver, that she's got to deceive Anakin into freeing a great evil into the world, into the galaxy.
Yeah. No, I can see it. I don't think it's a terrible theory. I think it's probably going to be something along those lines. If you're bringing back Anakin and you're bringing in Abeloth and you're doing all this with Mortis, it kind of makes sense.
And the reason the everyday man Sabine stayed behind is because Ahsoka needs someone to explain this history to, for people who have not watched.
She's the person who gets to ask the stupid questions. And
Ahsoka goes, let me tell you a story. I call it Clone Wars, season blank, episode blank.
Yes. Well, I don't know. It's a fun theory. I think it's going to be something like that. Whether or not, again, it's Abeloth or it's something similar, who knows? But I think Anakin is certainly involved. I think he's going to become the new father of sorts. I do think that's kind of
still in the cards.
Yeah, because I think I've said before, I think Filoni's going to try to quote unquote fix Anakin and how he is kind of diminished now that Palpatine wasn't actually destroyed and the Sith weren't actually gone and he didn't fulfill the prophecy apparently, or Luke and him didn't fulfill it. So I think there's an attempt there from Filoni to just kind of give him a new place and a purpose beyond the original. Now, if you're going to accept that or not, if it's going to be good or not, who knows? But I think that's the intent. I could be dead wrong, but feels like it to me.
Okay.
All right, well, that is going to be all we got for you this time. Your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news or this crazy Abeloth theory. Would you like to see it? Do you not care? Or would you maybe not like to see it? Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.